Hi, my name is Matt. I'm a teacher of God, and I'd like to talk to you about the Course in Miracles and what it's all about. I read something in a book. Actually, it's a David Icke book, and it's in the back of the book. After he read it, he got some more information, and it was actually about DNA. And what it said is these Russian scientists actually discovered that DNA follows the same laws as language, which is syntax, grammar, and semantics. And what they found out is the DNA is actually influenced by the spoken word. And what they were able to do was actually take the information and put it over a laser beam. And it's going to sound kind of crazy, but what they did is they changed frog embryos into salamander embryos. And what they've proven scientifically is what the spiritual teachers and mystics have known all along, that the power is actually in information or the spoken word and the intention behind the spoken word. And that was a revelation for me because I've been practicing the Course approximately for 3 years and I've read a lot of other spiritual books. And I've always thought it's funny that I would repeat these lessons in the beginning of the workbook. It says you don't have to believe in them. You know, a couple of other different things. You just have to do the lessons. So I would repeat the lessons and, thinking, well, how is this working for me? And then when I read this article, I realized, wow, I'm actually changing. I'm actually having a physical resurrection because that's what my DNA does. I mean, my body's continually replicating itself. But the reality is, and I know this from the Course, is I actually came here to die. Because what usually happens is eventually you're going to get it, even though your body's renewing itself every 7 years, is certain parts of your body get diseased. And the reason that certain parts of your body get diseased is because the information that you have been giving yourself, as the Course says, you've been poorly taught. So that would be discord or, I love the word disease. It's dis-ease, because everything's in harmony in its natural state, in the state of God or universe or nature, or whatever you want to call it. And there's an imbalance that happens there, and that imbalance is shared thoughts of separation, shared thoughts of death, which causes the physicality to deteriorate and rot and stink up the joint. So what we do is we utilize the Course to undo those negative thought patterns and replace it with the thoughts of God. In reality, I cannot change the reality of God, right? Only in the illusion do I do that. But what would I rather have? I want to have a happy dream. So what I do is I use a new illusion, a re-illusionment, which is the Course, to get me out of the illusion that I'm in, which is the illusion of separation. And the only other way I can explain it is Buddhism talks about you take a splinter out with another splinter. And that's what we're doing with the Course. We're actually using an illusion to get us out of the illusion, to wake up to our natural inheritance, which is sharing, which is love, which is joy. Not all the states of death, which would be sickness and hatred and vengeance, which is, let's face it, is our natural state in this world. So if you want an alternative, I highly recommend. There's other things you can do. I'm not saying we have a monopoly on the truth, but I am saying that this book, of all the stuff that I've studied, will collapse cause and effect, which is what time is, right? So before time began and after it ended, that's the illusion. You think you're in a sequential time. It's not true. You're eternal. So this has to be a dream of death. So what the Course in Miracles is going to do, it's going to collapse cause and effect, and it's going to get rid of time because you're using time against God. Thank you. Wow. I felt that one.